SIC, the ship's inboard computer here. Let's talk. Dinosaurs lived a long time ago. The Earth was their home, and everything on it was theirs. Then one day, something furry ran between the giant feet of a T-Rex. The next day, 10 little furries ate all the leaves off the Apatosaurus's favorite Zaba Zaba tree. After that, no egg was safe, and no dinosaur could shake a leg without tripping over a little furry. These creatures were called mammals, and mammals spelled big trouble for the dinosaurs. One thing was sure, something had to be done. The mammals wouldn't go away. In fact, there were more of them every day. So the dinosaurs decided to leave. 4 young scouts were chosen to search for a new place to live, far away from the mammals and Earth. 4 brave dinosaurs got ready to journey into the unknown. These were the Dinonauts, and this is the story of their adventures in outer space. Thorny's the captain, but let's face it, these guys aren't going anywhere unless I get them there. Don't get me wrong, Thorny is okay for a dinosaur who thinks having a nose horn is a big deal.
Welcome aboard. I'm the captain of the D4000 spacecraft. Every expedition needs a leader. That's me.
Let me tell you something about Spike. He's not bad for a purple dinosaur, and even though he's no match for a superior being like me, he does have a good head on his spiked shoulders. Between you and me, though, he came up short in the confidence department. I think this trip will do him good.
Pleased to meet you. I hope you'll be joining us, because I have a feeling we'll need all the help we can get.
To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting much from an overgrown lizard whose best friend is his tail. But Elwood grows on you. Don't tell him I said that.
It's, nice to meet you.
Dak's an ace flyer, but his mouth's as big as his wings. He's the ship's pilot, though, so we humor him.
Hey there, space cadets. What do you get when you cross a computer with a swimming pool? Chips and dip. Get it? Chips and dip!
The dinosaurs are racing against time to build an ark that will carry them into outer space. And who invented this ark, I ask you? Time's up. Did you pick Spike? Good. Then you're invited to come along with us. If you picked anyone else, then smarten up, huh? I can't take care of the Dinonauts, and you, too.
The Ark will be sent into orbit until we find a new home. There's enough room to hold everyone who wants to go. She's a beauty, isn't she?
Meanwhile, the spacecraft is ready to roll, and so are the Dinonauts.
All systems a go. Begin countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off!
Hey, I'm the captain. I wanted to say that. We did it! I mean, good work, Dinonauts. We're on our way.
Oh my, the D4000 is airborne. It really does fly.
Are we there yet?
Pilot to bridge. We're cruising now.
This is the control room. Each of these dials has a special use. That one on the right, for example, is the...
That's the Gobangular Polarized Strata Warp Drive, Thorny. Unless I'm mistaken, it's going to take us where no dinosaur has gone before.
I knew that.
This is my very best invention, if I do say so myself. Jera SIC, our computer, the heart and soul of the spacecraft.
Thank you, Spike, dear. Credit should always be given where credit is due. Now tell them about the map.
The map is the key to everything. Back on Earth, I was lucky enough to discover the Xenix galaxy. Using the map, we'll be able to explore 7 new planets there. One of them may be our new home.
Once activated, the gyromagnetic guidance system will direct the ship to the planet of your choice. Choose in any order, visit as many times as you like. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1 and down he ran, hickory dickory dock. What in the galaxy am I babbling about, you ask? Well, let's talk. It's about time. Chronos, I mean. It's a time planet. There's no time like the present. As soon as that decides where to set down, you'll see for yourselves, Dinonauts.
I'm going in for a landing. I'll sit down as close to that city as possible. Oh no, I've lost control. We're headed right for that watchtower. Gotcha.
I'm gonna have you tarred and feathered if you ever pull a stunt like that again, you conehead.
Look who's talking about points.
You're late, so late. What kept you?
We've been waiting for minutes.
Try your luck. Tick, tick, tick. Don't waste time.
Are you here to buy time or what? Tick-tock. Everyone's a winner. Here's your spin.
Hey, what's this all about? We're explorers from Earth. We have no time for games.
Of course you don't. You can't have time until the timer tells you how much time you have. Tick, tick, tick.
Always a winner. Tick-tock. There you are. You've won 2 minutes in the Hall of Time.
Step up, step through. You don't have all the time in the world, you know?
I think they want us to go inside.
I know that.
I'm the Hall of Timekeeper. I've been expecting you. Time waits for no one. So I'll get right to the point. The Hall of Timescope can show your past, your planet's present, or even your future. Pick a time anytime at all.
We're just looking for a new home.
Sorry you can't stay. When time's up, you're out of here. That's the way the clock ticks.
Is everyone a little hyper here, or is it me?
Ah, a multi-phasic time transpondent screen. Beautiful.
Let's see what we can see.
was so nice of you to drop in. It's late, we're closed. You must be on your way.
We get the message. No one has to hit me over the head. Ouch!
This is just like bedtime. Well, except that I'm not in my bed. Also, if it was bedtime, I don't think I would be hungry because I would already have eaten dinner.
I guess this is no time to take a look inside that time scope.
Everyone on this planet is crazy. We wouldn't stay even if we were invited.
Time's up. Tick, tick, tick. There's no need to thank us.
Never a dull moment. Tick-tock. You're just in time to say goodbye. Everyone's a winner. Please come again.
No fair. We weren't finished yet.
Who's in charge of the complaint department here? It's time to go, guys. Come on.
Have you ever heard the expression, timing is everything? It may be true, then again it may not. But in time we'll find what we're looking for. That's what I'm programmed to tell the Dinonauts anyway. In the meantime, I'm about to show them what the Chronoids sent as a farewell present. It's so nice to meet aliens with good manners, don't you think? You're welcome to come along if you've got the time. Design your own clock, and then click on the arrows to move time forward or backward. Move the blue hand to set the alarm. So there we were, rocketing through space at a nice pace when Spike received a call for help. That tiny little voice on the receiver was making enough noise to fill the whole spacecraft. It made my chips ache. But Spike made it clear that the Microns needed us. Even though Micron is on Spike's map, I tried to make it clear, in my own gentle, sweet way, that the planet is far too small to sustain dinosaur life. It's downright puny, in fact. But would they listen? No. So here we go. Next stop, Micron. Surprise! Thorny wanted to be the first off the ship. Bigger surprise. I told him to pull up a captain's chair and relax. This 911 rescue mission wasn't his idea. Thorny agreed to stay on board and he sent the others. They have now made contact with the Microns. We're waiting for a report.
The moon, need it we do. By its light we work and play. Without it, survive we cannot. Giant creatures, you are kind and you can help. This I know. Come see, please. The moon is down. Fallen it has. The way I see it, this problem has two parts. First, we must figure out how to get the moon unstuck. Second, we must somehow launch it back into orbit around Micron. Let me think.
Spikosaurus, I know that fixing's your gig, but I got an idea, and I think that it's big. Real big. Can you dig it? You can dig it. I know that you can. I'm trying. I'm flying. I'm out of here, man. Hello and welcome to our home and studio audiences. This is Dex Fix-It Hour, starring yours truly. Here's the way things work. Today we're going to construct a catapult. Kids, you work the mouse. No adult supervision needed. The base gets connected to the coil spring. The spring gets connected to the basket gasket. The basket gets connected to the arm sling. And that's how you make a moon shooter sling thing. Nice work, space engineers. Wait till you see what I've got planned for the D4000. But first, I'll need Dinonaut power to get the moon loaded.
Very pretty the machine is, but will it work, do you think?
Each of the Dinonauts wants to help, but I don't play favorites. You decide who's going to get the moon into the catapult.
Big dino! Nice dino!
Watch what I can do.
And away! Heroes you are! Stay with us. We wish you could. But food, there isn't enough. You are forever friends. For your eyes only, we perform the secret moon dance.
I could get used to this hero stuff.
I suppose you could say that the visitors scored big with the home team. Scored big! What a yuck! Our new friends have come to say goodbye. Look closely. Now you see them, now you don't. And as the moon sets on the horizon, we're on the road again. I've developed a new game to remind these dino softies of the tiny microns. It takes a big computer to admit when she's wrong. In the end, those half pints weren't half bad. Use your mouse to choose which Dinonaut to tower over the micron or shrink even smaller than the micron. Then click on the red arrows to watch them change shape in front of your very eyes. Attention, anyone with a sweet tooth. If you think candy is dandy, then welcome to Sucrose, galactic home of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Because of its creamy filling, Dak won't be able to land anything larger than the Dinopod on Sucrose. And if the guys even think about staying here, we'll be talking toothless in less than a week.
We must get back to the Dinopod by 2400 hours BC. So synchronize your watches, Scouts. But right now, let's party!
Everything here looks good enough to eat. It's like the grass back home. Except that it smells different. And it tastes different too. Hey, let's try these gumballs.
Which gumball should Thorny and Elwood try?
Are you cold, Dak? I am.
Not cold, but always cool, Cat. Never mind, I'll see what I can do. Those lollipops look like controls of some kind. And since there's no one minding the store, we'll just have to help ourselves, if you know what I mean. Don't answer that.
Get along, little doggies. Let's head for those mountains, partner.
Don't you worry. We'll think of some way to fix your planet. If we ever get back to our ship, that is. I am kind of hungry. Yahoo!
sucrose off the list. It would never do to move dinosaurs to a place where you need a fur coat. But that's a story for another time. For now, I suggest you take a look at the latest edition of my files. Those alien sweethearts sent along something to keep up our spirits while we bounce around the Xenix galaxy, looking for a place to park the Ark. To make your own pinball game, just place the bumpers on the left and right anywhere in the machine and press the red bar when you are ready. Use your mouse to click on the flipper to keep the ball from falling through. Dinonauts, I have just suffered a memory collapse. I don't feel so good. I must also inform you that there's something I need to tell you about Turvy, but I can't remember what it is. Call it chip intuition, call it bad vibes, call it macaroni for all I care, but I have a funny feeling about this planet. I just wish I could remember what it was. So be careful out there.
Friendly or not, it's our job to check out all the planets in the Xenix galaxy. I guess we'll just see what's at the other end of this ladder. Elwood, you come with me. Spike and Dak will stay and make the repairs on Jera SIC.
Yes, sir, Captain, sir.
Why can't I get anybody else to call me Captain?
Come in, see Turvy, look about. You'll like it here. There's no way out. I mean, I have no doubt.
Pleased to meet you. What sort of planet is this?
As my master would say, we're zoogenic here. We've the best collection of anyone near.
Zoogenic? Yeah, I see.
Would you care to see? That is, everyone, everything I mean. It's all his.
I sure wish Spike was here to tell us what zoogenic means.
Come, see the cages, the rooms, I mean. Our guests find them homey and mostly quite clean.
Do you mean that you welcome travelers from outer space? Well, you're just the kind of planet we're looking for.
I wonder why all the guests are upside down in their rooms.
I'm an Anglon.
I'm a binoid.
I'm a Krylon. And now here's the master. He's cold and he's mean. He's a collector's collector, the keeper supreme.
Who dares disturb my deep thoughts?
There's no need to holler. We are the Dinonauts from Earth. We have traveled here in search of a new home. If we are not welcome,
Dinonauts, you say? Well, we have been looking for Dinonauts, such as yourselves, to join our little gathering. Scarf, quick, show these aliens whose names begin with D to their room, will you?
I don't like the big upside-down metalhead, Thorny.
Nonsense. I've got things under control.
Take my advice, I won't say it twice. Don't try to escape the polarity device. Tails in the air, everyone stays. You're part of the zoo now. Do your best to obey.
This is probably the part Jarrah forgot to tell us about.
I knew that upside-down metalhead wasn't to be trusted.
Thorny, I don't like being upside down.
No one pushes the Dinonauts around unless it's me. This calls for a plan. A daring and brave plan.
Spike's always telling us to use our heads, but I'm better at using my tail. Let's see.
Help! Scarf, where are you? Stay back. Do you hear? Stop!
What did I tell you, Elwood? Never give up, never give in.
I really, really don't like this planet. Can we go now?
Let's get out of here before Scarf comes back.
Somehow I feel much better this side up. Welcome, my alphabet alien friends.
And I said, no one messes with the captain of the D4000.
I love a good fishtail, and this one's a whopper. Is everybody ready to hit the sky?
So I told him, polarity schmolarity.
I'm an Ugg. I'm a Gyrox.
My chips are limber, my points are primed. There's nothing quite as relaxing as a little downtime. They're still prehistoric, but I must admit, the boys handled themselves very nicely down there. And talk about weird planet! I'm glad to say we've seen the last of Turvy. Still, it would have been a shame to leave without something to remember old Metalhead by. Come check it out. To watch Thorny or Spike fly across the room, click on the arrow in the middle. Click on Thorny or Spike to switch between Dinonauts. CUBITRON is a square-shaped planet, but you didn't need me to tell you that, did ya? On its surface are 4 Cubot factories and a lot of loose nuts and bolts, if you ask me. Right now, there's trouble brewing in Cubit City.
That's what I call a smooth landing. Spike and I will find out if we're welcome here. Elwood and Dak are going to stay with the ship.
Name your species, egg-laying creatures.
We're Dinonauts, here to explore your planet. If it's okay with you, we'd like to take a look around.
What a shame. I thought you were from Bi-Star Repair.
Wow. A robot.
We prefer self-automating mechanized life forms. If you don't mind, follow me.
Sorry.
This is QB7, our main factory. It's been in my family for light years. But something is not right with the System 2 assembler. Instead of robots, It's building cubes. Useless things, cubes. Surely the end is near, as I always say. Unless you can pitch in dino aliens. I would help, but I do hate to get oily, you know.
I think I'm going to like it here, Thorny.
Think of that. He's calling us aliens.
I'll do what I can.
Now, do you see what I mean? What I need are parts. As I always say, there's big money to be made in parts. But what do I have? Cubes. There's no market for cubes on a square planet.
This machine doesn't look that complicated. It looks like a simple prototronic assembly to me.
I'm not so sure.
Success! Success, I say. Clean up on aisle 4. Someone do something about all these cubes.
That should do it. These recycled cubes make a perfect stadium. Would you like to play a game of square ball?
Play a game? With what? Cubes, I suppose? Say, now there's an idea. There might be a market for cubes after all.
Hello, sports fans. Dax on hand. Let the games begin.
Just one game. Then we must be on our way, because someone left the ship against orders.
This is just like the games we play back home. Except I've never played with a square ball. Or an alien before.
Use your mouse to choose which Dinonaut should play square ball. As the Dinonauts return to space, all's well that ends well. We've learned there's no hope for the dinosaur population on a planet where the beverage of choice is motor oil. Square ball is sure to become the national pastime on CUBITRON. The price of cubes is bound to skyrocket. I'll bet there's even a market for malfunctioning cubots. On Earth, maybe. And while everyone ran off and left me alone, I managed to access some rather interesting CUBITRONian files. Come on, I'll show you. Flip through the pictures on the right to find your favorite. Then use your mouse to make a puzzle of 4, 9, or 16 pieces. To put the picture back together, click on any 2 pieces and they will change places. The question mark button will tell you which pieces are out of place. Prepare for landing, Dinonauts. We've just entered Harmonia's orbit. Set down in 1 minute. I don't want you to think I'm putting any pressure on you, but it is getting a little cramped in here and this planet appears to be a match with our needs. So be nice, all of you. On second thought, how about letting Elwood stay on board just in case he starts talking out loud to his tail again?
So far, so good. The planet's terrain is suitable.
I think it's the terrain that's suitable.
I knew that.
La 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 la!
Spike, please don't sing.
La 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 la!
Oh, there's a sharp in the flatbed, man. Who's making that racket?
Our leader metronome has talked the talk with your main machine, Jera SIC. We know why you've come. If we can make music together, you're welcome to our gig.
I don't know about this.
This is my kind of place.
Don't you worry about Spike. He'll fit right in. This is great! Go faster!
I think we should slow down just a bit.
Our city sees just up ahead.
Hey, you guys, wait for me.
Your friend is bebopping next door, so don't worry, your little dino cells. If anyone can make him a hip cat, playback can.
We've invited you here because you're our kinda cool. Join the jam session and do the hustle. We've invited you here because you're our kinda cool. Join the jam session and do the hustle.
Ha-cha-cha! I think I've got it. I know I've got it.
Your friend is bebopping next door, so don't worry, your little dino cells. If anyone can make him a hip cat, playback can.
You're looking at the end of the line, Spyko. The last note. Watch playback and listen up. Then repeat what you hear and see. That's all there is to it. Even you should be able to do it.
I'll do what I can. Thanks for trying to help. But you should know that what's easy for some isn't always easy for others.
This gig is nowhere, you know what I'm saying? It's not a happening scene. What if there are others who came to stay but couldn't play? No way.
You're making a mistake. Any other planet would love to have us.
You're on your way.
It could have been worse. We could have brought Elwood along.
Jera will be so upset. But I tried my hardest.
Ah, space. I thought we'd never get off that noisy planet. Who wants to live in a place where the plants have an attitude? Imagine what would have happened when Elwood got hungry. You didn't think I'd be upset at Spike, did ya? I'll tell you something really important. Everybody is special in different ways. Nobody's perfect except me, of course. Spike will get over being blue. After all, that's Dak's color. And when he does, I'll show him the nice new toy I picked up on Harmonia. You can either play along with the songs in the book, or you can make up and record your own song. To record, just press on the cassette tape and begin playing. When you are ready to hear what you've written, press the red button on the left. Choose different sounds from the 3 instruments at the top of the screen. Dinonauts, there's a meteor shower directly in our path. Hello? Is anyone in here listening to me? Danger? Warning? Did I say in our path? I meant on our heads. Too late. Assume crash positions, you hardheads. We've been hit. There's a malfunction. Mayday, mayday. We're going down.
A tiny spaceship. It looks broken. But if I can get the rock out of its tail, it will be as good as new.
Hey you! Where does it say shake well before opening?
Shh, everybody. I think it would be best to stay quiet.
Who's there? You belong to Gog now. I'll take good care of you. I'll hold you and pet you and make a nice home for you in my room. It's full of toys and games. I even have a chemistry set that I got for my last birthday. You'll like it here. You'll see. This is where I play mad scientist. I make magic potions and monster juice. I'm going to get my mom. Don't you go anywhere while I'm gone.
Look at all this equipment. If I had time, I'll bet I could figure out a way to fix the D4000.
We need to figure a way out of here and fast. Otherwise, we might be part of Little Big Man's next science experiment.
Guys, over here, look at this!
That's either a reactor or a protractor.
Actually, it's a microscope. You place slides on the viewer bed, which magnifies what you're looking at.
I knew that.
I don't know for sure, but I think that if we try to reverse the polarity of the meteor with some kind of magnetic device, we might be able to dislodge it. Perhaps... no, well, maybe.
Spit it out, Spike!
I suppose it's worth a try. First, we'll need to charge that battery. If you two take turns on the treadmill, it just might do the trick.
This really isn't Captain's work, but I suppose just this once.
I wanted to go first.
Let's try it this way. Thorny? Elwood? Keep the wheel spinning!
I hope you know that this is not in my job description.
All right! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah! All right, you guys. We're breaking out of this place.
I sure am gonna miss that wheel.
Wait! Come back! Mom! I swear there were 4 itty-bitty spacelings in my room. I left them right here.
Imagine finding a planet where the guys are small enough to be bath toys. Anyway, after a rather daring escape, the unsinkable Dinonauts are back in space. If anyone cares to know, I'm still a little shaken up from my ordeal. Of course, there's nothing better for stress than a good game. And I dug up a humdinger in the land of the giants. Call it a gift from Gog. Would you care to join us? Click on the blueprints for different things to build. Move the lever from left to right to move Thorny from the raw materials on the left to the construction site on the right. Use your mouse to click on to pick up pieces and then click off to drop them. We've been to a planet that's too square, another that's too cold, others that are either too big, too small, too loud, too pushy, or just too weird. We visited all the planets on Spike's original map, and the Dinonauts have struck out, scored double donuts, lost to the home team. In other words, they're about to give up and hit the showers. But let's talk. Between you and me, Spike missed a planet. He didn't see it, so he couldn't chart it. I'm not able to access much information about it, but it's there as plain as the face on my screen. The planet Saurian is our last hope, the final frontier. Good luck to us all.
All ashore that's going ashore.
It's no use. The air here is heavy. The ground is damp. This planet is uninhabitable.
Based on the little I've been able to find out about this planet, I'd say the environment meets our needs. It's close to a match with Earth.
Did I say uninhabitable? I meant if this planet is inhabitable, I'll toot my own horn.
Don't look now, but the bushes on this planet have eyes.
Greetings, space travelers.
Howdy, neighbors. Hope you don't mind us dropping in like this.
I am Thorny, captain of the D4000 spacecraft. We are from the planet Earth.
This sounds like a long story.
We've come from far away, looking for a new place to live. Are we welcome here?
Walk this way.
Why do these guys look so familiar? I know I've never been here before.
Thank you for sharing your designs with me. Your projector ray machine is quite clever, and this communication room shows superior craftsmanship.
I'm no expert, but I do love to tinker. I'd be so grateful if you would consider showing me the worlds you've explored. There's so much someone like you could teach us.
You may stay with us if you want. Please use this communication screen to phone home to welcome others of your kind.
I don't know what to say.
Speechless for once. What do you know?
Thorny made contact with the Ark. Of course, Spike had to show him how. Thorny gave the Ark directions. Then Spike gave them the proper coordinates so they wouldn't get lost. And even as I speak, the Ark is speeding towards Saurian. And so they disembarked. Get it? Disembarked. Goodness, I've developed a wonderful sense of humor on this trip. 2 by 2. You'd think, after all that time in a floating boat, that they would have stampeded, wouldn't you? But even the velociraptors were well behaved. And there followed a great celebration. Dinonauts have found a place to belong at last. A place where the drinking water is fresh and full of prehistoric fish forms, where the plant life is not only plentiful, but colorful too. And where day or night the skies are clear and sweet smelling. So it ends, for now, over and out. To watch a slideshow of your adventures with the Dinonauts, click on the pictures at the top in any order you would like. Created and designed by Gary Winnick. Written by Aaron Gathrid. Executive producer A.J. Redmer. Programming by David Stiefel, Robert Heitman, Sean Blair, Ben Scribner, and Bob Rutherford. Additional programming, Les Watts and Carl Buter. Art by Leela Dowling, Kathleen Redmer, William Eakin, and Gary Winnick. Additional art by Eric Heitman, Sean Blair, and Ben Scribner. Sound and music by Andrew Edlin. Voiceover recordings and sound work, Pacific Coast Soundworks. Voiceover casting and direction, Amy Cook. For Virgin Sound and Vision, producer, Andrew Scipio. Associate producer, Amy Cook. Special thanks to Randy Brolight, Tom Turpin, Mike Fake, and Neil Young.